Picture it. A subtle jab at a dinner party. A comment that wasn't meant to find the truth. It was meant to test your posture. You feel your stomach turn. Your throat tightens. The instinct is immediate. Explain, clarify, defend. It feels like survival. But in that split second, without even realizing it, you've already surrendered. You've accepted the role of the accused in a courtroom you never chose to enter. But here's what the Stoics knew that most people never learned. You don't live inside other people's minds. You never did. Marcus Aurelius wrote it plainly in his private journals, the ones he never intended anyone to read. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Not comfort, strength. You aren't responsible for how others interpret your silence. You are only responsible for your own integrity. This reflex, this need to explain yourself, it's ancient. It was etched into you when you were small, back when safety depended on being good, on avoiding punishment, on winning back love through the right words. You carried that child into adulthood without realizing that the very strategy that once protected you now quietly dismantles you. We think we're clarifying, but we're actually performing. We're hoping our words can polish a mirror that was never a mirror to begin with. It's a funhouse reflection, warped by the other person's fears, their wounds, their unfinished business, and you cannot fix what was never yours to carry. The Stoics had a name for this trap. They called it being enslaved to external opinion, and they considered it one of the most common forms of self-betrayal. Epictetus, who was born an actual slave and earned his freedom through philosophy, understood this better than anyone. He taught that most suffering doesn't come from what happens to us. It comes from our judgment about what happens to us. And the moment you rush to defend yourself, you've handed your judgment, your peace, to someone else. Epictetus also said this, and it's worth sitting with. If someone speaks badly of you, don't defend yourself. Just smile and say, they clearly don't know me very well. Otherwise, they would have mentioned all my other faults too. That's not sarcasm. That's detachment refined into an art form. It's what the Stoics called apatheia, not apathy, but freedom from being controlled by emotion, the ability to observe the storm without becoming it. The Stoics also spoke of the inner citadel, a fortress inside you that no external force can breach unless you open the gates. When you stay still, when you don't reach for validation or redemption, they have nothing to push against. You stop being a target and become something far more powerful, immovable. Carl Jung called it the privilege of a lifetime to become who you truly are, not who others feel comfortable with. The Stoics would agree, but they'd sharpen the blade further. They'd say that who you truly are is revealed not in your best moments, but in the moments when you choose not to react, when you absorb the hit without being defined by it. Your identity is not a negotiation. It doesn't require consensus. Let them build their stories. Let them be wrong. Your work isn't to edit their perception. It's to live in what Marcus called accordance with nature, aligned with reason, with virtue, your own deep truth. That isn't coldness, it's gravity. An internal weight so solid and centered that you cannot be tossed by every wind of criticism or misunderstanding. Seneca put it this way, "It is not that I am brave, it is that I know what is worth fearing." And someone else's mistaken opinion of you, that never made the list. There is no courtroom. There is no judge with the authority to diminish your worth. There is only you and the choice you make in that small, charged moment of silence. The Stoics called this proheiresis, your will, your capacity for choice. It is the one thing that is always, completely, irrevocably yours. Not your reputation, not how you're perceived, but how you choose to respond. That is your sovereignty. You are not here to be digestible. You are not here to be comfortable for everyone you meet. You are here, as the Stoics lived and died believing, to be virtuous, to do what is right, to be who you are, and to release everything else. So, the next time you feel that heat rise, that ancient familiar urge to protest, just pause. Let the silence stretch. Remember that being misunderstood is a very small price to pay for being free. Hold your ground, speak less, and let your presence do what words never could. If this reached something deep inside you, the part that is finally ready to stop defending and start living aligned, then stay on this path with us. Subscribe and become a vital part of the Stoic Mindset community. There is more waiting for you. Simply watch the next video on your screen. Thank you for walking this path towards silence, strength, and freedom.